Here we go. All right.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no's. It's SAKtown Talk live here on YouTube and on 91.7 KIBH FM Seward tomorrow morning. So that'll be a Wednesday morning. No, Tuesday morning. What day is it? It's Seward Day. Yeah. So we're recording on Seward Day, Seward's Day. It's a holiday, theoretically, for some people, not for us. And we'll be, this is 2023, but this is going to be an evergreen show. It's going to be recorded. We're recording this for posterity also. But anyway, SAKtown Talk live. And today we're going to be talking about Seward High School Theater and their play this season. Yes, this season's play, which is Cinderella. And we'll get into what kind of Cinderella and what kind of set and all that here in a minute. But I'd like you to introduce yourselves. Let's start with the advisor. So go ahead.
Illustrious Miss Megan.
There you go.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Megan Miller. I'm the drama advisor at Seward High School. I took on the position in January, and we are putting up our first performance as the drama club. We call ourselves the Seward High School Theater Collective, and we're putting up Cinderella. We open on March 31st at 7 o'clock. And we run April 1st at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. So we have a matinee and an evening performance on April 1st. We take a weekend off for Easter Sunday and Easter celebrations, and then come back on the 14th at 7 p.m. and the 15th at 2 p.m. to close the show.
All right. And you have these crew actors, both?
Both. So
All right.
We have Lily Mooter, who is the jester in the play. She's one of our actors. And this is Breezy or Brianna. Do you like that better? Yeah. Brianna Scott. And she is our stage manager and absolute hero to all of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
She is a literal godsend.
That's a heavy responsibility. Yeah.
It is.
So as far as the stage goes, let's talk a little bit about what this is going to look like, and then we can get into get into all aspects of the play. But sometimes you build a set, sometimes you don't. And I heard that this time you didn't build a set; you're doing something different.
We're using projection to change the set. So we're using our projection screen in-house. And we also use a lot of lighting, technical cues and things to kind of change the environment. And then a minimal set pieces and furniture pieces to fill the space and tell the story.
So what do you do as a stage manager? Are you up in the booth? Is you directing the audio cues and doing all that kind of thing?
I'm not up in the booth, but I am down the stage, in the back, with a headset to make all the cues for the audios and such. And I make sure that the actors are in their place and ready to go onto the front of the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I help moving furniture as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, so you do have a few pieces of furniture then?
We do, yeah.
And
Breezy has also been, or Brianna has also been, very, very helpful throughout the rehearsal process with filling in for actors that are missing and making sure that things keep going even when we don't have everybody there and in place. So she's just been my right-hand girl through the whole thing.
She also calls out lines when we forget them. And I'm going to be honest, she's the reason I have half of them memorized.
And I think she has half of them memorized too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty well memorized.
So you could, so in it's in the right circumstance, you could just throw her in and she could just do.
That's the prayer.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Some mornings
we might. We hope we don't have to go there, huh?
The entire play could be performed by me and Breezy with how much she's memorized. I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I have faith in you.
She's going to know all the parts. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I wake up in the mornings, I hear the thoughts in my head from the plays, like Cinderella. There's more to her name. It's the eye. All that such.
It's my line.
I know.
Yeah.
I wake up with those.
They're just running through her head.
So what kind of Cinderella is this? Is this a traditional Cinderella? Is this a spoof? What is this?
This is a spoof. This is a comedy.
Mhm.
And the whole show is intended to be quite funny. So
Mhm.
we're excited.
Anything I'm in will become a comedy, whether you like it or not.
Sometimes, believe me, sometimes that's the way it works, and you just have to roll with it. So it's good. It's good that you have it come at it with that attitude. So, how long you've been? So, how did this come about? Who thought of this? Who wanted to do it? It did not just magic, right?
Oh, all of it's
Wave a wand, lose a
well,
slipper.
I am a member of the site council and the Seward PTA. And as I was attending meetings, I heard how much we needed a program like this to get going again. And it hadn't been in place since the pandemic hit. So I kind of just raised my hand and let everyone know I was in town and have a theater background, quite extensive theater background. So I took it on, and I thought Cinderella would be a good first show because it is something everyone's familiar with. It's colorful, it's bright. This production is about an hour and a half long, so it's nice and short and sweet, and we can all sit through it with kids and have fun.
See, we are live. So I'm the engineer. So I don't have somebody to.
I'm the engineer.
The magic of technology. Okay, so sorry to take us on that
That's okay.
little side trip there. Just wanted to make sure that everybody could hear us.
She finishes speaking, expecting
Yeah.
to segue to the next part. Then you just start talking like, "Hi."
Yeah,
Hi.
I could have kept going because I'm used to that, but a lot of people, the digital delay thing freaks them out. They get lost in the loops.
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as the crew and the actors and who all's involved with this?
We have 12 students involved, 12 to 14, I guess, involved. And then Joel Williams is the math teacher at Seward High School, and he is our technical director. And between the two of us, we're making it happen. And
Right.
I couldn't have done it without him either.
Yeah, so you came on in January, I think you said. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you might have even said it twice. I know we
Yeah.
were talking beforehand, but
So we had Joel as the teacher on record, which offers the students credit for this class, which is also kind of a gift that we were
Cool.
able to give. So it's a half credit for each student, which is a good high school credit. And he's been able to do that by being a accredited teacher, which is nice. And then I've just been directing and making sure that it all goes forward, which is nice.
and then as far as the actors go, did just people just jump right into this? You have to go and like get the cane out and pull them onto the
So
stage,
we did a really great job recruiting some homeschool students as well
Oh.
as high school students. So
Mhm.
I reached out to Idea and Connections Homeschool and made sure that those students were invited to audition. So we have Lily Mooter, who is a homeschool student currently.
Oh, okay, all right.
And Jacob Milligan is playing the prince, and he is out of Moose Pass. He's also a homeschool student. I believe Evelyn Bukak is
She is also-
homeschool. So we have several of those students, and then we have several like attending students as well, like Breezy. And then we have Mia Mulholland Kim playing Cinderella, and who else? Ali Gurinzi is playing the stepmother, and
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Who all's going to be in this rendition? You have the Sisty Ugglers.
Sisty
ours are just stepsisters. We try not to call them ugly.
Oh,
They're
that's
cute.
right. Yeah,
And
I'm
we
sorry.
have-
I'm
it's okay.
from a bygone age, rougher, cruder version of reality. Yeah.
You're definitely not.
We all saw the original Cinderella. They were pretty ugly, let's be honest.
They were.
We have some not so ugly stepsisters, but they are super funny.
Mhm.
We have Evelyn Bukak playing older stepsister, and Brooklyn, Kurtz, is that right? Kurtz?
I think
I said
so.
it wrong. Playing the younger sister. And then we have Ali Guernsey is playing stepmother. Our fairy godmother is played by Nora Andrews, who's phenomenal as that as well. And then we also have Damien Hart playing the king. So we have a cool little cast. I think we have everybody. Breezy has
Here's a list.
Oh, yeah,
little
great.
part where she comes on with a pumpkin, which is nice.
Yeah, I just come up when the fairy godmother and Cinderella come into the play, like when Cinderella gets sad, and fairy godmother comes and does her dress in the carriage and all such. While Cinderella's out on the backstage, I like sub in for her.
Because she needs more than like 3 seconds to change into her big poofy dress.
Right.
Yeah,
We have a lot of quick changes and a lot of big fun costumes. The costumes in the show are kind of a highlight for us.
yes, they are.
So I get a little hazy on my fairy tales. Is this the one with the pumpkin?
Yes.
Okay, so there's something turns into a pumpkin, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The pumpkin turns into a carriage, and the carriage
That's
turns back
right.
into a pumpkin.
Right.
At
Yeah.
midnight.
Yes. Uh-huh. And you've got so you got wardrobe and all that. So you got the slipper and all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as rehearsals go, you've had like how long?
So we had technically 8 weeks, but we had to take a break for spring break. So we ended up with 7 weeks of rehearsal.
Yeah. And you're all set to go. And when does this start, Kim?
We
This
open
Friday.
on Friday, 7 o'clock.
Yeah. And then you're
I
gonna.
am scared.
You are ready.
You're not
Yeah.
going.
Oh yeah. You'll be fine. So the and then you'll take a break for Easter weekend.
We take a
Easter
break
week.
for
Yeah.
Easter weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do 2 in the meantime. We do 2 assembly performances, one for the elementary school and one for the middle school.
Oh sure.
And then we come back. So those are on the 5th and the 6th. That the schools they're not public
The
performances.
next picture schedules.
So they're not public performances. Those are private assembly
Right.
performances
Yes,
for
yeah.
the schools. And then we come back on the 14th to a 7 p.m. show. And then the 15th is our closing matinee
Right.
at 2 p.m.
So so once you've got not to get ahead of yourselves, but are you getting ahead of yourselves now that you've done one? You want to do more?
What do you think, girls? Do you want
Yes.
to do more?
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
are you
This has been an amazing
sophomores,
experience.
freshmen, juniors? Yeah.
Freshman.
Okay. So you've got 3 more years. Yeah. Keep the
Like she's getting rid of me once I graduate.
keep the tradition alive. Keep the tradition alive. Yeah.
I don't think I will.
No.
I don't think I'll get rid of Lily when she graduates.
I am like a tumor.
No,
We like our
the best kind.
we like
Cancerous or malignant, you'll find out.
we like our offspring to stick around. So
This
so
is
you
in your agenda.
have you went through and have you got any inspiration if any of the old hands dropped by and checked it out, or you got any kind of reminiscences from the actors that are still hanging around here in Seward of the days when they were in the high school play at Seward High
A
School?
few people have popped in just socially with me, just on the street, and said, "I used to do plays."
Yeah.
But we haven't been getting much involvement without asking in the theater. I've called in a few friends, and we've gotten a lot of help from different parents and different actors within the community. Hank West has helped us, and Mark Muter's helped us with the set. And
It's my dad.
we've
Yep.
pulled in some help from there's a woman out of I believe she's out of I want to say Palmer. She's in the valley somewhere, but her name's Kay, and she's helped us with some costume rentals, and she's been just awesome over the phone, getting me connected with some people. Ron Hemstock has helped where he can.
Of course.
We always have people just, honestly, the best help that we've gotten is a lot of yeses and fewer nos. So as many people that say yes and oh boy, and I'm excited and how can I help, the best. That's the best I can hear.
Yeah.
And the most help that we can get is just a bunch of yes.
It'd be great if you have have a photographer. Do you have a photographer to get pictures during the?
Nora Andrews has been
okay.
photographing, and I've been photographing, and we do not have a professional photographer, but if anyone in the community would like to come shoot the show,
I'm
to
thinking
get some
Jim
promotional photos,
Pfeifenberger's back in town.
we would love that. Yeah, anyone. So
Yeah.
we haven't been able to get a hold of a professional photographer yet, but I would love to have that person give me a call.
Because it'd be great to put together one of the so you've seen all the pictures out in the hall, all the collages of all the different
Yeah.
plays. That's a tradition.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few that we've taken on our own, but I'd love some more and something even nicer than what we've got.
Right on. So not to cast a shadow on things, but there's a threat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to counter the threat with activity, and we're going to turn things around, right?
Yeah.
So it's the theater and the pools, but
Yeah.
you can talk to both of them, or you want to talk for a minute about what's going on?
Yeah, I absolutely do. One of the some unfortunate news is that we are not receiving the funding here in Seward to keep these programs going as the way that the legislature is written at this point. So it seems as though we just need some community involvement to push for a little bit more funding and to give our students a pool. Keep our pool going, keep our theaters going. If we do not receive this funding, the pool will have to close. The theater will have to close down. The use of the theater would have to close. We can't maintain these spaces without funding from the state. We also cannot fulfill the faculty needs without funding from the state. So art is also threatened in this new budget. And I guess our prayer for our students is that we can get that funding to keep things going.
And as far as, so this is at the legislative level then.
It is. It's
Okay.
state.
So that's where the footballs are at right now. And we have an old hand at that. I don't know if, I don't know, how much leverage Mayor Machicki can exert, but
Yeah.
he is the Senate president, former Senate
Yeah.
president, so he knows the ins and outs.
Yeah,
It's just-
and there's a few. Keep your eyes out for some petitions going around as well.
Right.
To just if you simply sign a petition to say that you would like this funding to go towards the schools instead of elsewhere, please do.
Your legislators,
you can write your
yeah,
legislators and make sure that they are aware of your story and that your student or yourself would have been affected negatively to have these things cut. It's just art in our community is so important, especially at this level, I believe.
Yeah.
Art and pools and
Yeah, we'll do another program here shortly on this, specifically on that subject. We don't want this to be,
a
we
Debbie
don't-
Downer.
yeah, no, we don't want to close the door on the theater or the pools. So
Right.
yeah, so
Right.
it's
Right.
and we've been here before. So
Yeah. Yeah. So I think even though we've been here before, we still
And
need
turn it
to
around.
make it real
Yeah.
and mean something and
Yeah.
actually do the
I don't think the word's really out there very well yet.
yeah. And maybe it's been said before and we've avoided it, and so the understanding is not so much that it's that big of a threat, but I think that just because this has happened before and we got out of it last time doesn't mean that this time.
Yeah,
we
you can't say it's a given, and you
Yeah.
can't wait for somebody else to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's up to everybody. So
Right.
yeah. All right. So Cinderella coming up at Seward High School. It's what's the first date?
March 31st.
March 31st.
We've only
Okay.
said it 23 times.
Well, repetition is the soul of something.
It is, and especially in radio, right?
Yeah, exactly. Repeat.
Little fun fact: if you manage to find one of the actors out in the wild, most of them are carrying tickets that are $2 cheaper from them than at the door. So if you find an actor and they happen to have the tickets on them, you do get a discount. I am personally carrying them around on me 24/7. So if you happen to run into me, please buy them.
Same
Yeah.
here.
And you can also purchase those tickets at Seward High School's office and just go into the office. You can write a check there or in cash. The check would be made to Seward High School with drama in the memo, and cash to the students or crew as well is always appreciated, just to help us keep going. All of the donations will be used to further this program and hopefully invest in other shows in the future.
Great. And then so we'll wrap up SAKtown Talk for this particular episode with an let's extroduce yourselves.
Extroduce.
Yeah, it's like introduce, but it's on your way out.
Wonderful. I'm Megan Miller. I'm the drama advisor for Seward High School, and I'm excited to work with this amazing cast and crew.
I'm Lily Mooter, the actor for the Jester in the play Cinderella, coming up on March 31st, opening night, people. And I am so excited to see everyone there.
And once more, where can we get tickets?
We can get tickets from the office at the high school, Miss Megan herself, actors and what's the word? Crew. Thank you. I'm sorry. Actors and crew alike. It's cheaper.
Okay.
I know how much people like to save money.
There you go.
I am Brianna Scott. I'm the stage manager and the double for Cinderella, and I'm excited for this play.
All right.
Heck yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
What is the time that it starts? And is it 2 showings or 1 at that night? And how many showings?
One show on the 31st at 7 p.m. On the April 1st, it's 2 performances. One's a matinee at 2 o'clock and the other's at 7 p.m. And then we come back on the 14th of April for a 7 p.m. show, and we close on the 15th of April for a 2 p.m. matinee.
And I
You
should have.
never clarified what on the world is a matinee.
Yeah.
A matinee. A
Something-
matinee is
something
an
that happens on the
earlier
weekend.
performance.
Yeah.
An earlier performance, usually something that's
Okay.
before an evening
Using
show.
this fancy word when I said early morning performance. I've been looking at this on
Well,
my
early
calendar
morning
for
performance
weeks.
was a little longer.
been looking at this down on my calendar for
We
weeks.
can tell it's been
wondering,
too long
when's
since
this
we had
gonna
a
kill me?
play, right? Yeah.
we need to
Yeah,
need
got to
more
get
shows.
the language is
Yeah.
we're losing the language. So I should have asked this before the show, but is SHS Today still a thing? The online student newspaper, is Miss
Yes,
Swander
it
still
is.
doing it? Okay. So
Okay.
the schedule should be posted there, right?
Maybe, but it
Well-
will be on the high school's website
Okay.
as well, so you can look there.
Right.
You can also follow us on Facebook. We are Seward High School Theater Collective on Facebook, and we'd love to have followers there. You can see cast photos on that page and rehearsal photos, as well as little blurbs about our program.
Great. And then
And there's costume sneak peeks on there, and honestly, all of them look great.
right on, so we can all get excited about the show ahead of time, and then we'll also cross post everything on the radio station stuff. So
And the YouTube, we should put in a plug for that, and we should put the schedule in the YouTube comments.
yeah, I'll work on my skills.
Okay.
Hey, if you ever need some help,
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you hear that?
Yeah.
We got your number
So
now.
does anybody here know OBS? Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, you can look it up. Google. No. Not Instagram.
Google.
foreign language,
It-
Google.
Instagram will just distract you, but
One more question: is this kid friendly? What age group do you recommend? Is it a cheaper ticket for kids?
So it's half off for seniors and students or kids, under 5. The tickets are half off. So if they're $12 at the door, they'll be $6, and in advance 5 instead of 10. And what was the other question? Oh, what's the age group?
Yeah.
So we all ages is fine as long as your child is behaved enough to sit in a theater for an hour and a half.
there's not going to be a screaming baby section.
There's nothing.
Nope.
Yeah.
And-
Outside in the hall.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the actual material in the performance is all very G-rated.
Okay.
All right. So a Seward High School production of Cinderella coming up first night, March 31st. And thank you everybody for coming. This has been SAKtown Talk.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
And
Okay.
And-
We'll